Yo, how's it going, Bears fans? I'm your host, Chris. And I'm your host, Chris. Welcome back to the first ever post-game episode of the Bear Down podcast. I'm joined today by both my co-hosts, Parth and Jaylen. I'm gonna start this off. This isn't really like a scripted thing. It would be more of a scripted thing if the Bears won, and I don't really even want to talk about who played well or anything. I just kind of want to talk about the whole thing as a whole. I want to start this episode off by saying, I think I'm speaking for all of us when I'm saying this. I'm going to be honest with you guys in this episode. I'm not going to sugarcoat things anymore. I'm going to say it how I feel like it is. And, yeah, man. Let's just start talking about the first half. I want to get the bad things out of the way first. Let's just, Parth, I'm going to pass it to you. Just overall thoughts and feelings. I know it's kind of hard to comprehend stuff right now, but just how are you feeling, man?
Trubisky's actually live at the podium, and the first thing I heard him say is, we couldn't finish off in the red zone. I mean, clearly
couldn't agree more.
Finish off on third and ones. Guys, I'm going to be harsh on the Bears because I love this team. You know, I give my heart and soul for this team. I breathe the Bears. All summer long, I was hoping for a nice for week one, you know, like talking all right, first of all, this is PG-13. A mad ton of shit. You know, this is all year long, bro, man. This is all I was thinking about. And this is how it all ends out first game. You know, it's not what I wanted. Clearly not what I wanted. If we wanted to really lose, then why didn't we just fucking throw the game from the beginning? You know?
Yeah.
Like, this is like telling me, oh, yeah, hype it up a little bit, you know? Oh, here comes Khalil Mack, bam, 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 and then collapse.
Yeah. One thing I'll say is when I started my Bears fan page back in March, I could get the exact date if I scroll down a bit. It was March something. It was the first day of free agency. It was the morning that the Bears signed Allen Robinson. So seeing him make that first incredible catch on a good throw by Trubisky in the first quarter, I think that was. Here's the date. It was March 13th, and they signed Robinson that day, and that kind of started the entire facelift of what the Bears were, I guess, supposed to be. So it was kind of like I got some goosebumps when he made that catch, and then Rodgers goes out, and I'm like, damn, the Bears really can win this game. And I knew when he came back in, I was like, all right. When he came back in, I said, Bears don't put up points on offense. We're not winning this game. There's a 0% chance we win this football game. I was saying when it was 20-10, I was sitting in the living room with my family. I said, the Bears, like, this game's over. We're winning by 10 points. This game is over. And I'm not some super negative person. But I'm just going to be honest. I thought Khalil Mack was incredible. I think he's definitely the defensive player of the week. And he deserves credit for what he did. A lot of people were saying if he comes in and trains for a week, he's not going to be able to do a lot. Obviously, he did a lot, dude. He's the first player since, I think, 19-something to have a forced fumble, a sack, and an interception, and a pick six or something in a game. And he did that in a half. And the offense came out in the first drive and was incredible. But when it comes down to it for me, if I just had to give my thoughts, I thought Nagy's game plan was good going into it, and I think he got a bit too cute with it, a lot too cute with it. I really don't appreciate the 5-yard dump offs and the screen passes. And I get why you're running it. I get why you're running it to run the clock down. I understand that. And a lot of people right now on social media are giving Jordan Howard a lot of shit for not getting that first down on the 3rd and 13 run. I mean, dude, he reversed directions, and I feel like if he was a bit faster, he could have gotten that first down. He could have gotten a touchdown on that play, but I'm not going to give him shit over that. We had another play to get that first down. We needed 1 yard. If you look back at it,
who deserves more shit.
Yeah, but, I mean, yeah. I'm going to get into that later, but right now when I think about it, if I'm looking at the offense, and the reason we lost that game, I'm not going to blame Kyle Fuller for the loss in that game, because Kyle Fuller had one opportunity to pick that off. The offense had so many chances, dude. And if you can't stretch the field, vertically, I'm not even a football guy, but I know that if you can't get the ball downfield, you're not going to win football games. And if you keep dumping the ball off, you're not winning football games. Jaylen, you want to speak at all? I know you've been kind of quiet because we're all just, I think, speaking for all of us right now, we're all in awe, dude. It's 11:15 at night, and none of us want to go to sleep. I mean, I just don't know how to feel. Jaylen, what do you think?
I'm not turning on my face cam because I'm too depressed to even try to look good. But we shouldn't have lost this game. I'm gonna start off by saying that right now. I know for a fact that if Aaron Rodgers never got hurt, we wouldn't have went up 20-0. I think that's when Nagy was starting to do try to be conservative after that pick six, or actually 17-0 after that pick six, and then we got the field goal coming out of halftime. If that would have never happened, we probably would have won this game. But it's what ifs. I feel like Nagy play calling was terrible on that last possession. The possession before he fumbled.
And when you think about it too, dude, can I pipe in for a second? Clay Matthews gave us another chance on that last possession. He gave us another chance. He said, "Here, take 4 more plays." We did not gain a single yard in 4 plays. Not a single yard.
You made the Packers secondary look like the Patriots of 2016 in the Super Bowl. They started to play really good after being really trash in the first half.
And I give our defense credit. I think the only times I would fault the defense tonight is probably putting Kwiatkowski in instead of Roquan Smith in the third quarter, because Kwiatkowski cannot drop into coverage close to as well as Roquan. And Roquan was good tonight. On his first play, he had a sack. First half, the defense was the number 1 defense in the NFL tonight, I think. First half, only because of Khalil Mack. Literally only because of Khalil Mack. Not only that, but also just we were shutting them down, dude. We were shutting Aaron Rodgers down. He comes out in the second half, and we're still getting some decent pressure on him, but the pass rush, it was never the same. Kyle Fuller got burned. Prince Amukamara got burned by Randall Cobb multiple times, dude. That last touchdown, we just paid Amukamara $8-9 million a year to come here when we probably should have been paying him $5-6 million a year. And he came out here, and I'm going to be honest, dude, he proved absolutely nothing. Bryce Callahan on a, I'm forgetting the play. It was when Kaiser was in, and Mack eventually got the turnover, but he overplayed a ball.
Cravon LeBlanc was a big mistake in my opinion.
When you put, sorry that I keep interrupting, but there's so many thoughts going through my mind. Luckily, when Nakamura did go out because he got injured for a bit, they didn't attack Marcus Cooper. Surprisingly, when you look at I think the two of the most important plays of the game were that play where Fuller got not burned essentially. He had pretty good coverage, but Geronimo Allison made a good catch in the back of the end zone. That, and then, dude, Kyle Fuller, you've got the game-winning interception in your hand. Green Bay tried to take you. You've got the ball in your hands. It's literally right there.
It's a backyard football catch, Come at me.
I was just thinking, I was like, dude, I was going to make that catch.
I will make that catch if I'm in that game, all right? I played some football this weekend with my friends. I made some pretty nice catches. I'm going to tell you, mine was better than that, all right? I did not drop one like that.
Yeah, and I was also confused throughout the game. I like how we used Cohen. Cohen was pretty explosive on some plays. I liked him a lot. Howard, I thought, was a pretty big workhorse tonight. I respected him a lot as well. I just don't understand. First off, I don't hate Trey Burton or anything, but we were going to him a ton. I don't understand why Deion Sims was getting targets, period, and why we're paying him so much.
We're missing Adam Shane right now.
Yeah,
Deion Sims would not even be on the field.
And then
Adam
the last
Shane
thing
would be out there explosively catching those, catches and not getting tackled after right away. There's really.
Yeah. And then one last thing I'd say is probably where was Anthony Miller and Taylor Gabriel the entire game? I mean, we threw to Allen Robinson twice, maybe a couple more targets. I don't understand why we bring in these great players and just don't throw to them.
I feel like that's a bit on Trubisky. I have a whole.
No offense, dude. Yeah. No offense. I told Parth this. I was just in a live stream with him. I said, I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't see much of a change from last year to this year, at least in this performance for Trubisky. I really did not see it. I hate to say it. I just didn't see it.
I'm a huge fan. I got all Trubisky gear. All my Bears gear right now is retired players and Trubisky. Like, I'm all in for this guy, but, like, some parts of the game, I feel like he needed to take a deep shot. There's enough checkdowns. These 5-yard throws weren't getting us anywhere. You get that nice 5-6 yard gain on the
in the run.
Down.
Even with the Packers D line, they got some pretty underrated players on their defense. They were shutting down the run when they needed to. We were running pretty efficiently the entire game, but they were shutting it down when they needed to. At some point, you're gonna have to throw the ball.
And there was 3 or 4 third and ones that we couldn't convert on. These short third and ones.
I mean, if you think about it, dude,
critical.
There's so many crucial plays in the game. But when I think about it, I think in the first half on our second possession when we took a field goal. By the way, we kicked field goals well tonight. Shout out Cody Parkey. I think that hopefully that problem's finally solved.
We got a couple problems solved, I can tell you that.
Yeah. When you think about it, dude, we had 3rd and 1 at the 12-yard line, and what did we try to do that play? Do you guys remember in the fourth quarter? 3rd and 1,
fourth quarter.
It was after Howard had that 3rd and 13 run that got us 12 yards.
It was
or 2nd and 13.
The running backs rolled to the right. Trubisky rolled to the
left. Did
left.
he fumble it or something?
It was Deion Sims running a route to the left, and Anthony Miller running a route to the right, and I think it was Tariq Cohen going to the end zone. And the play was for Tariq
Cohen, and they had the defensive lineman on Tariq, and they were gonna lob it back to him. And what ended up happening on that play? I forget.
So Trubisky threw it to Anthony Miller, and
it was tipped.
No, I don't think.
Oh yeah, that was an incomplete pass. I remember that. Yeah, it was an incomplete pass. And then
can I say something?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, you haven't really gotten the chance to speak.
You basically kind of said it, but it's when Prince got hurt and they put Marcus Cooper on Devontae Adams.
But Marcus Cooper wasn't even close to the problem. It was Kyle Fuller. Fuller was the one that got burned.
I'm giving that play. All of our cornerbacks were shit, like plain out. Kyle Fuller, even though you could say he wasn't burned, I feel like he should have let a dude named Geronimo catch that over.
Exactly. And I think actually I don't really complain about that play because that play was an incredible throw and an incredible catch. I think Fuller had pretty good coverage on that play. I mean
Amuka Mara is letting Devontae Adams literally walk all over him.
It's just crazy when you think about it. And when I think about games that were similar to that, the only game that I can think of that is similar to that is the Chiefs-Titans last year when the Chiefs were up 25 and Matt Nagy was the one calling the plays.
Oh, and another one that came to my head when the Bears were up 20-0. I'm not even lying. I told my dad, no lead safe when Aaron Rodgers is coming back because of
2012 NFC Championship.
Remember that?
Yeah. Anything, honestly. And at some point, you got to respect Rodgers. He's the greatest quarterback of all time, I think.
Skill-wise, yeah, greatest quarterback skill-wise.
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously Tom Brady and these guys, but Rodgers is Rodgers could have kneeled every play in this game, and he'd still be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's going to be a Hall of Famer, undoubtedly. There's not even a question about that.
If Rodgers is on the Bears team that if on this Bears defense, he's putting up 60 a night.
Yeah. And when I was thinking about the game, I was like, wow, Mac definitely by far the best defensive player this week. Not even close.
Oh, for sure. I think.
And then when you think about the best quarterbacks this week, you actually think about, I'd say someone over Rodgers is probably Ryan Fitzpatrick because he went out and balled out today. So shout out Ryan Fitzpatrick. But then you think about Rodgers.
That game was insane.
Yeah.
I hate being negative, so can we talk about some positive things, even though?
Yeah, I was about to get into that.
We gotta be hard on the team.
I'll be positive for a second. I think the defense was good in the first half, but I think they needed to keep it up. I think Tariq Cohen was good. I think the running game was pretty good. I think the passing game was absolutely terrible.
Really good the first 2 drives too.
Yeah.
Especially Trubisky, that first drive, man. I was like, oh man, we in this for reals, man. And then it's just
I want to comment on that touchdown by Randall Cobb.
Dude, he
that
just
whole game we were bringing down Adrian and Eddie, except for that one play we put Eddie on man and on Randall Cobb, and he completely whiffed the ball. He overplayed.
Yeah,
basically.
I did see that too. It would have been a tip, and it would have been. Would that have made it fourth? That would have made it 4th and 10.
Yeah, because it was 30-10. It would have made it 4th and 10 if it would have tipped it.
But we wouldn't have even been in that situation if Kyle Fuller didn't pull out his Josh Bellamy hands.
We wouldn't have been in that situation if
we scored
ran
earlier.
it on 3rd and 1.
Yeah, I don't understand why Howard didn't run that on 3rd and 1.
No,
And dude, the Bears are getting. Do you don't understand? Dude, the Bears are taking such a beating on social media right now.
I don't even want to look at it. It makes me cry.
Me neither. I said basically I was just gonna watch Netflix and go to sleep. Maybe even turn my phone off because I'm getting spammed with messages.
So no, I was literally getting what's it called? A lot of hate on my comments. I turned off all my comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening to me, and I'm glad it's not. But still,
like I like my new profile pic is Daddy Rogers, dude. That's his new nickname, Daddy Rogers.
Yeah, I understand. I kind of want to try to provide some hope here because I don't want to be super negative. But I think the weak spots of tonight, if we had to pin out just a few weak spots, the play calling at the end was terrible. Parth, I know you're a huge Trubisky guy, and we're all Trubisky believers. Hell, I'm wearing his jersey right now speaking about him. I don't think he looked too ready. And I think he extended plays really well. I'll give him that. He extended plays in some situations where last couple of years he would have probably just taken some sacks. But the play calling, I don't know who to blame this on. And I get that this game hurts. Like, this game hurts more than any Bears game I think ever since the 2012 game against the Packers when Chris Conte blew the coverage.
I don't know. Listen to this.
And this is just a regular season game.
What did we do to deserve this? We've been through so much, from Emery, Trustman, Fox, Mel Tucker, B.J. Raji interception in the 2010 NFC Championship, Chris Conte's blown coverages, blowout losses. This entire Fox era, I haven't been this heartbroken over a loss in forever.
Yeah.
Perfectly said right there.
I will say, Aaron Rodgers, I was saying earlier that Khalil Mack's definitely the headliner right now for Defensive Player of the Year. There's no doubt in my mind that is probably going to be, and we're 1 week in, and that's probably going to be one of the best comebacks in this season, period.
On to we go home and play Seattle on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, I mean,
if we don't win by 20, I'm gonna be pissed.
I am. Yeah,
I think we deserve a blowout here.
I think we should be able to beat Seattle, but when you think about Seattle, dude, I just feel like it's the same as the Packers. They got a decent.
Like Russell Wilson
but look at what the Packers got and what the Seahawks got. I bet the Packers would probably beat the Seahawks, but when you look at them, obviously Seattle got rid of a ton of talent this year. And I don't want to talk about this game too much. I'm going to say something quickly. They've got a few lurkers on defense who can shut down the run. They've got a quarterback, and they've got one really good wide receiver, and then they've got their other guys such as Tyler Lockett. We'll speak on that game later, but one of the last things I want to say is I know it's 1 week in, and we're gonna take so much shit for this week. Like, it's not even gonna be funny. But
I mean, the Bears always embarrass themselves on national TV. There's no way. Like, why can't we just stop losing on national TV? Like last year, Trubisky had his worst performance against the Lions on national Thanksgiving. Like, that should.
I turned that game off in the first quarter.
On Monday night, it was his debut game, man.
Yeah, I just want to say.
You said on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, they did play the Lions on Thanksgiving.
That was on Columbus Day because that was my birthday.
No, I think they played on Thanksgiving.
When we threw those 3 picks was.
That was against the Lions. That was on a Saturday. That was Thanksgiving.
I think that was Thanksgiving.
That was Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I can look back at the date if you want me to.
It was. I'm pretty sure it was on a Saturday.
Anyways,
that was Saturday.
Oh yeah, it was Saturday, but it was the Saturday after Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah. Anyways, I would like to say, I don't know how I'll get through this.
I don't know if I can ever get through this if we go 5-11.
But I'll say,
we're not going 5-11. If we go 5-11, something needs to be changed.
All I'll say is, something's got to change. Something's got to change quickly. But I think the people that are right now giving up on Trubisky and Nagy, I think it's kind of silly. We can definitely judge them. Yeah. We can judge them, and they deserve to be judged, especially Trubisky. Nagy, man, Trubisky missed a few throws. I just feel like he wasn't confident. I feel like he wasn't there mentally. And it's kind of starting to dawn on me that, I don't want to call him a bust. I'm going to give him time for sure. But he needs to prove me wrong soon for me to believe in anything. So that's where I'm going to end it. If you guys want to say any last things.
I just want to say that the Bears will be back. This is not the end of it. We got 15 more games to go. We're going 15-1, so pack your bags. We got a long way to go. And we'll be back. Packers, yes, we let this one go. But once they come to Soldier, we're going to give them a
I think
ass whooping.
Dude, I think the defense was good. We just got to figure out the whole cornerback situation.
Cornerbacks and the O-line looked a little bit iffy to me.
I can tell you one Bears fan who's happy right now.
Who?
W_Pembroke27.
Oh, yeah, the winner of the jersey. Yeah, we did announce that on our Instagram. So, I think that's pretty much going to do it. For all you guys who are watching this, and if anyone has made it this far, we're still going to keep the uploads coming.
Still big Bears fans,
Yeah, we're still Bears fans somehow. But
somehow, all through all of this.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to end it there. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to post it. And I'll... yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Good night.
On to Seattle.
Good night, guys.